What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters. Welcome to Deluxe Metal. It's time for a big edition of The Mail. That's right, time for The Mail. This edition of The Mail is brought to you by Aaron Mutha Alamare. Aaron Mutha, M-U-T-H-A, Alamare. That's his YouTube channel name. He's a new vinyl community YouTuber showing rock, metal, power pop, whatever. Definitely favors his metal, but showing a wide variety of vinyl records. In any case, he contacted me a couple weeks ago, and we've had some chats back and forth. And he asked me if he could send me a couple records, and I said, "Yeah, sure, man. Let me send you my my want list, and then I'll send you a trade list. So maybe we can make a trade." Well, he didn't wait for the trade list. He only saw the want list, and before I even got a trade list to him, he sent me a pile of records, and I was super excited to get this package, and it was like late at night. I came in this room, I turned the camera on, I opened it up, I did a video, showed a live opening. I was blown away, which you'll see by the records that I'm going to show in a few minutes, to the point where a couple of them I was just, kind of flabbergasted, to the point where I was like forgetting names and whatnot. But I went back to watch the video, and it is so dark. I should have turned more lights on. It just looks horrible. So I'm going to re-record this video. It's not a live opening. I'm just going to show the records he sent me, but whatever. It's that's the important part. You guys want to see the records anyhow. So, but basically he pulled a bunch of stuff off my want list and just sent them to me, and I was pretty blown away by the stuff that he sent. So, gonna get right into it. What you kind of hear playing in the background, this is Metawar, Into the Glory Ride, and you're probably thinking, dude, all the metal records you have, you don't have that Manowar record? No. I've had this Manowar CD for decades. I mean, literally decades. I just never owned the vinyl, so it's been sitting on my want list forever. I just never stumbled across a copy, and that's just the way it is. So he hooked me up with a copy, so very glad to have the missing from the early years of Manowar anyhow, up through the 90s. I was only missing this one record, and now I have it. And a very nice copy at that. Into the Glory Ride, original pressing, not a repressing. Has the original inner sleeve as well. Next up, this one's still, I'm still, as Steve would say, chuffed. I'm still chuffed about this one, man. This is freaking awesome. Chained and Desperate by Chateau. I believe that's how you say the name. Another one. Been on my want list for, I'm going to say, 20 years. Not even kidding. Had a cassette of this years ago. Loved it. Played it over and over and over again. I sold my collection in 1990, including all the cassettes, records that I had at the time, and that's what went along with it. And I just have never found a replacement copy, cassette or vinyl. And yeah, he hooked me up. So Chateau on the classic Ebony label. You might know Ebony from they were kind of more of an underground label, but they definitely had a few big bands in there, like the classic Ebony label, but they had Grim Reaper on their label. Of course, Grim Reaper signed with RCA in the United States, and they were fairly successful. Put out 3 albums in the 80s that did rather well. They kind of were the butt of jokes for quite a while. I think they were even the butt of a Beavis and Butthead joke. But regardless, this is a fantastic album. Absolutely brilliant. If you can find a copy, well worth picking up if you're into just solid traditional heavy metal. This one's great too. These are all great, so don't be surprised if I get all goofy about them again. But yeah, I just missed this one last year when it came out. I just, for whatever reason, didn't have the funds at the time, and it just slipped by me. And a year later, I finally have a copy of Cirith Ungol's I'm Alive. Now, their new album, man, I love it. I've been playing it over and over and over again. If it's not in my top 20 for the year, well, it will be. It's just that good. So this is great. I love live albums to begin with. And this is no exception. This album's fantastic. I've already played the entire thing through since he sent it to me, and it's fantastic. It is a limited edition pressing. This is number 274 of 300 on a purple vinyl, I believe it is, purple marble vinyl. It is a gatefold. I'll pull it out and show you the gatefold real quick. Tons of live photos of the band, and of course this coming after their reunion. They also put out an EP. I can't remember if it was before or after this. Regardless, the EP is the only thing I'm missing from them at the moment. And yeah, it's fantastic. This is a great live album. Really enjoyed this one already. So again, This is not a live opening. I did open all these, so I apologize to Aaron mostly for not having a live opening video, because I was being all goofy, forgetting things, and I was like staring at records because I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he sent me this. This is awesome. All right, next up, this one was on my want list, and I've had this record on vinyl and CD for decades, and the record I've had for at least 20 years. I bought it at a used shop in Phoenix back in the early 2000s. It wasn't in the greatest shape to begin with, but it's been played so much, I just needed an upgrade copy, and even the cover wasn't in great shape. So I've had it on my list for at least 20 years, saying, you know, ACDC, if you want blood, you got it. And it all said next to it was upgrade copy, because I needed an upgrade copy. Well, here it is. He supplied me with an upgrade copy. Obviously, this cover is in very good shape. The record too is in very good shape. I'd say VG Plus, which is far better than my VG Minus copy. I already played it. It sounds fantastic. Loved it. Cranked it. So I enjoyed it, and probably my neighbors enjoyed it as well. So great album. One of the classic all-time live albums from Australia's ACDC. Yeah, again, as Steve would say, I'm chuffed about this. I really am. All this stuff just kind of blew me away. So I'm really pleased with this package. So, and I've already sent a package back out to him already. So it's been almost a week since I opened this package up. And again, I went to edit the video, put it up today, and then I was like, oh, that video is horrible. So anyhow, another one. This is one that's been on my list. I have never owned this record, and I love Montrose. His first two albums I consider classics. I've played them a bazillion times over. The third album, I love it as well. But this album here, I don't think I've ever heard it all the way through. I've heard bits and pieces of it here and there. I've heard other bands do covers of it. I'm trying to remember, there's I can't remember, there's a Christian band that does a cover off of here of Rich Man. Name's escaping me though, the Christian band that covered it. But regardless, I've just never owned this particular record, and glad to finally have a copy. So there you go. I actually posted a picture of this on Facebook this week, and somebody posted that the album cover was disgusting, and it was obviously a prepubescent girl. I don't know how from that photo you can tell anything about this person that's in the picture, but whatever. Classic rock and roll crotch shot cover. There's lots of those out there. Yeah, another one that just on my list. Fantastic new wave of traditional, new wave of British heavy metal. Samson. Of course, we lost Samson a few years ago, guitarist. Paul Samson. This one features Nicky Moore on vocals. It's a fantastic album. Again, just one that I've never owned on vinyl. I've owned it on CD, but I just never owned it on vinyl. So it's been on my want list for, again, decades, literally. I've just never stumbled across a copy. This is the kind of thing I keep an eye out for at record shows and record stores. Just don't stumble across one of these in the United States very often. So very cool to have a copy of Samson. Don't Get Mad, Get Even. And these next two are great. This first one here was actually still sealed. I collect Iron Maiden singles, especially the early stuff. You know, the first 5-6 albums, anything from that era I love from Maiden. And he sent me the Sanctuary 12-inch, and it's got Sanctuary Prowler, and it's got Live Drifter and a live version of I've Got the Fire, which is a Montrose cover. This 4-song EP or single is just spectacular. It is no longer sealed. It has been opened and played and rocked. I loved it. Dude, I'm so excited that you sent me this. Thank you so much. These singles just don't pop up very often, so and prices on eBay have gone ridiculous, so I just don't even waste my time with it. But yeah, this is just classic stuff. And then as well, this is the Women in Uniform. Hang on a second, put this down here. Women in Uniform 12-inch single. Backed with, it's got live version of Drifter and Phantom of the Opera. And I think the live version of Drifter on the Sanctuary and the live version of Drifter on here, I think they're the same version. I'm not 100% positive. Let's see, London's Marquee Club from 1980. I bet it is. It doesn't actually say on here on this one, but to me it sounds like it's the same version. But maybe some of you Maiden fanatics can tell me for sure. I'm a Maiden fanatic, but I don't know that bit of trivia. So yeah, classic Iron Maiden 12-inch single. All right, so we've got two more records here. Deep Purple. Say what? No, now what? This is from 2018, 17. Maybe even older than that. Wow. It's still kind of dark in here. 13. Wow. Even longer ago than I thought it was. 2013 Deep Purple album. Awesome gatefold. The incredible Ian Gillan on vocals right there. Great album. I have it on CD. Wanted it on vinyl. It's been on my want list forever. Since 2013, obviously. And he hooked me up. Very clean copy. White covers don't usually get pretty filthy, and this one's clean. This one I can say I have not played this one yet. I haven't played all these records because I've been working all week, so I didn't get a chance to play everything. But yeah, this is really good. If you like Deep Purple, there's no reason you wouldn't like this one, especially any of the stuff they've done in the recent years. And the last one in the pile is a compilation of sorts, but this is Pink Floyd's Nice Pair. This is one of those records that back in the day I had it when I was a kid. I played it over and over and over again. Really spacey stuff. But basically what this is, it's a compilation of two different Pink Floyd records, early years stuff. Always loved the simplicity of the cover, the squares with the little photos in it. Of course, as a small kid, having a picture of boobies in your room, silly. But back then, when you're a kid, that's pretty incredible. Even though it's a black and white picture and they're barely visible. But regardless, little boys will be little boys. Gatefold, lots of pictures of the band, a few little oddities. But yeah, it features two albums. So it's got the Piper at the Gates of Dawn and A Saucer Full of Secrets is basically what the deal is with this. It's just those two albums together in one release. It was released in, let's see if there was a year in here. Pink Floyd was really popular at the time when this came out, so it was kind of a way to get this older stuff out there and selling to the newer fans. I don't see a release date on here anywhere. At least somebody in the background's watching this video screaming the year at me like, dude, I can remember the year of that record. Yeah, I can't find it. Regardless, it does come in the picture sleeves, so Piper and Saucer Full of Secrets. Just classic early Pink Floyd psych, and one that I've been wanting forever, and fantastic release from them. Glad to finally have it back in my collection. Aaron, I really appreciate it. Do check out Aaron's channel. I will put a link below. Yeah, and I will be doing more videos soon. I appreciate y'all watching. God bless. Stay strong.